Come with us to see how Evenly is using AI to enable inclusive communication. So today's event was on a Saturday morning, meaning unfortunately for me, there was no time for a weekend lie-in. I left the house at about 8:30, although to be honest, that's not so difficult when you get to work in a city like Athens. This was the perfect early morning walk to prepare me for this day. I linked up with my colleague Nat soon after, who'd be helping me run the event from our side, and we hailed a taxi, which was definitely needed as we had our equipment to take with us. Our event was located in the northern suburb of Psychiko, and we arrived here at 9 o'clock. Our location, Moraitis School, a co-educational covering ages from 4 all the way through to 18. Moraitis is one of the most prestigious schools in Greece. It has the largest enrolment of any private school in the city, with roughly 1,700 students and 240 teachers. Within their alumni, they boast some of Greece's most influential figures, including an Oscar-nominated director and an ex-government minister. Renowned for its academic excellence, their facilities really lived up to their reputation, including this replica red telephone box, which, as a Brit, was greatly appreciated. There were some VIPs in attendance as well, so we had to make extra sure that everything ran smoothly. As soon as we walked into the school, it was clear to see that inclusion was at the front and centre of their code of conduct. This made them the perfect partner for us to collaborate with. Their conference, The School Playground Differently, focused on the role that the courtyard holds in childhood development. Their panel format would include a combination of pedagogues and architects, including academics from around the world. For this, they asked us to provide automatic Greek, English and Spanish subtitles, along with the option for the audience to have these available on their phone via a QR code. We started by connecting with the event coordinator from the school and checked to see that everything was running smoothly in their conference hall. We set up our banner stand to make sure that all attendees knew our services were available, including the all-important QR codes which the school had added to their event posters. Thankfully, most of our prep work had been done the day before by our tech guy Mike, who was on hand to control the software. That gave Nat the opportunity to grab us a quick coffee from the canteen. Give us a smile.
No.
And by 9:30, attendees had already started to trickle through the front entrance, before registering at the front desk, where they received a tote bag featuring a program that included our QR code. The stage was set, cameras were ready to roll. By 9:45, me and Nat were in our seats, ready to follow the subtitles in case of any surprises. As the auditorium started to fill, spirits were high and there was a buzz of excitement. Moments before the conference started, in walked economist and ex-Greek finance minister Yanis Varoufakis. I wasn't joking about the VIP audience. 10 o'clock arrived and we were off, starting with an introduction from the director of the school's kindergarten, as well as the director of the whole school. These introductory talks were a good opportunity to see how the English subtitles were working, and thankfully, everything worked perfectly. Then arrived the first panel. Their discussion covered the importance of play in the courtyard for children and how this could be encouraged through its architectural design. As you can see from the presentation here, creating inclusive spaces continued to permeate throughout the conference. The speakers then moved on to talking about how the technologies of the future will be able to revolutionise the schoolyard's design, whilst we used another technology of the future to understand it, in English, Spanish and Greek. Then came the first big test of the day, our first English speaker, Angela Salmon. You can see her on the far left here using our English translation on her phone. And it wasn't too long before the audience used the same method to understand her talk on the importance of the playground in providing agency to children. It was clear that our services were allowing the audience to listen, learn and question their key takeaways from the speech. We were approaching the end of the talks, but not before we listened to the second English speaker, Mary Jackson, who detailed her experiences helping British schools deliver outdoor learning and play. She joined the conference online from the UK, presenting a new test. The clarity of her audio was recognised perfectly by our software. And she even took the time to mention British cult hero Sir David Attenborough, which for me personally was the cherry on top of the cake. An impressive school choir rounded off the talks before attendees gathered to discuss what they just heard, giving us time to network, secure new leads, and get testimonies like this.
It was very helpful. The flow was very natural, so it was easy to follow the translation.
Translation was amazing, because it wasn't only AI. It has a more personal figure.
We packed up our things and headed to the kindergarten schoolyard, where attendees received refreshments and took the opportunity to check out the beautifully designed playground. After a long day of facilitating inclusion, it was time for us to leave. Until next time.